Which major powertrain sees the greatest value depreciation across European used car markets? What will happen to light vehicle sales across the world by the end of 2025? And what is the latest cybersecurity news? This is the Automotive Update, presented by AutoVista24. I'm Tom Geggus, AutoVista24 editor, here with the latest edition of the Automotive Update. I'm here to take you through the last 7 days of automotive news. This week, AutoVista24 published the latest edition of its monthly market update. Now, for any first-time listeners, this monthly publication covers major used car market trends across 7 major European countries. This includes Austria, France, Italy, Germany, Spain, Switzerland, and the UK. Key performance indicators cover trade residual values, which are volume weighted to standardised vehicles. This measure is provided in both absolute terms and as a percentage of new car list price after 36 months and 60,000 kilometres. There's also a sales volume index, an active market volume index, a measure of the days needed to sell a used car, and a list of the fastest sellers. AutoVista Group experts then take all of this information alongside their regional intelligence to provide an outlook, covering what to expect over the next 3 years in percentage RVs. So with all that said, what was the standout trend in this month's report? Well, broadly, percentage RVs fell year on year across all markets. However, this was really more of a normalisation as values have deflated following the exceptional increases recorded during the COVID-19 pandemic. What was noticeable was that battery electric vehicles, or BEVs, saw the lowest value retention rates of any major powertrain across all 7 markets, putting them below the market average. As the latest all-electric cars feature more improved ranges and technologies, used models are aging more quickly by comparison. More affordable BEVs from new market entrants also make older vehicles less financially attractive. Additionally, carmakers and governments want to drive the powertrain's uptake. This means incentives and discounts, which can put additional pressure on residual values. Looking towards the end of the year, BEVs are expected to see their percentage RVs take a sharper fall than the market average across almost all observed markets. What will happen to light vehicle sales by the end of this year? What about the end of next year and the year after that? Well, EV Volumes has published its latest market forecast, which outlines expected sales of passenger cars and light commercial vehicles, as well as the penetration of electric vehicles, all the way up to 2040. This year, EV Volumes expects global light vehicle sales to increase by 3.6% year on year to 92.3 million units. This rate of growth actually exceeds the 1.1% increase outlined in EV Volume's previous update. Resilient demand in China and the non-triad region is a major component of this more positive outlook. However, there are still many negative influences the forecast accounted for. This includes political instability, conflicts, energy prices, inflation, and US automotive tariffs. These tariffs are likely to have a smaller impact, with carmakers being more cautious about pricing. Meanwhile, global EV sales are expected to grow by 24.5% by the end of this year. This means 22.1 million plug-in units are expected to hit the roads globally. This is up from the 19.7% growth forecast in the previous update. And this is despite governments phasing out purchase incentives and tax breaks amid mounting national debt, particularly in Europe. Now, would you like to read EV Volume's latest forecast with a regional breakdown across Europe, China, North America, and the non-triad regions? Perhaps you'd like to explore the monthly market update and its interactive dashboard, which is powered by data from AutoVista Group's RVI tool. Then all you need to do is check out the show notes for links. To get all of our news directly to your inbox, just sign up for our email. It's as easy as going to our homepage and scrolling to the sign up page at the bottom. Check out AutoVista24's YouTube channel as well. There you'll find our What Is Explainer videos, launch report series, and webinar recordings. And of course, subscribe to the AutoVista24 podcast wherever you listen to us. In cybersecurity news, Renault Group customers in the UK are being warned after a data processing company was hacked, Autocar reports. Apparently, the personal data of some customers was stolen. This includes names, addresses, dates of birth, genders, phone numbers, vehicle registration details, and identification numbers. However, Renault UK said that no passwords or financial data was taken. The carmaker didn't say how many people had been affected for ongoing security reasons, the BBC reported. However, no wider implications are anticipated, as none of Renault's own systems have been hacked. Meanwhile, JLR's phased restart to its production is ongoing as it takes steps to recover from a cyber attack. The carmaker stated, "We continue to work around the clock alongside cybersecurity specialists, the UK government's NCSC, and law enforcement to ensure a restart is done in a safe and secure manner." This restart follows the UK government committing £1.5 billion, equal to €1.7 billion, to protect JLR's supply chain. The loan from a commercial bank, backed by the Export Development Guarantee, provided by export credit agency UK Export Finance, will be paid back over 5 years. It will bolster JLR's cash reserves, allowing it to support its impacted supply chain. Business Trade Secretary Peter Kyle said, "This loan guarantee will help support the supply chain and protect skilled jobs in the West Midlands, Merseyside and throughout the UK." However, the Financial Times reported that a senior civil servant warned against the speedy financial support. Volkswagen is expected to pause production at 2 of its factories in Germany due to weaker demand for electric cars, The Guardian reported. Both Dresden and Zwickau will see work suspended for a week this month. Its Osnabrück site in Lower Saxony is also slated to see its working week reduced by a day. Closure days are also being considered in Emden. Hertz is launching an online car buying experience. Customers can now browse, finance, trade in and purchase vehicles digitally. Hertz CEO Gil West said that, "By enhancing our digital capabilities, we're meeting customers where they are and giving them greater visibility into our inventory, easier purchasing processes, and broader access to quality Hertz vehicles. This is also a critical milestone in executing our strategy to make retail our primary car selling channel." Over the past year, Hertz has pushed its retail offerings. This includes an expansion of its rent-to-buy program, as well as a collaboration with Amazon. Zeekr is expanding its efforts in Southeast Europe, according to Electrive. It has now launched in Romania, Slovenia, Croatia, and Bulgaria. Orders are scheduled to start this month, with the first vehicles arriving by the end of 2025. The brand will work with the Southeast Europe Automotive Group to distribute the Zeekr X, the Zeekr 7X, and the Zeekr 001. This adds to the list of countries the brand is available in, including the Netherlands, Belgium, Switzerland, Sweden, Denmark, and Norway. A big thank you to AutoVista24 special content editor Phil Curry for co-producing this episode. The music was Better Find a Solution Fast by Richard Ames. Thank you for listening to the AutoVista24 podcast.